5, 4, 3.
Hey, so yeah, I'm Connor. I just won the Toronto Regionals. I went 8-0-1. My hand drops where I played 2 max C. This card's good pretty much against everything, so I saw it enough. 2 Gamma Steel. This card was iffy because a lot of the ABCs were tagging out during standby phase, so this card was dead half the time. I played 3 gold, 3 silver, 3 Thrasher. I just wanted to see the Tsukiyomi Buster Dragon play as much as possible, and having the full 9 combo extenders were just like the right ratio to see everything I needed. And then I super standard 3 of each. You need to play 3 of each. It lets you have access to 3 Buster Dragons, which is like the best card in your deck. Yeah, and then I played 1 Instant Fusion. This was like by far the best card in my deck. This deck really likes making XYZs, and like this card let me have so many free Direwolves, Castels, Lightnings. Like this card single-handedly won me a few games. 2 Eclipses. This card was actually pretty bad because the way they were ruling it at the regionals was if you eclipse the monster on summon when they have the field spell up, they still get to send a monster as if it was equipped. So I lost a game because of that, because my opponent got to dump and still make ABC after I Book of Eclipse. I played 2 Desires. The card was alright. I resolved it twice the entire weekend, and once was in the game 3 of the finals, and I banished an A, C, and 3 Bs, and I still won the game, so it wasn't that bad. 2 Twin Twister, good at clearing out back row when I go second, good first if I open well. Then I played 6 Union Hangers. This is like the most important card to open. This lets you get your Union monster. This lets you make the combo. Like this is like by far the best card. And then I played the 5 traps. So Vanities, Warning, 3 Emptiness. This is the right ratio. I don't like main decking anti-spell because there's too many rogue decks that don't care about anti-spell, and you just lose if you open more than 1. And I guess extra deck. Yeah, so extra deck, 3 Buster Dragon. I mean, it's the best card. 1 Norden for the Instant Fusion, a Diamond Dyer. This is the only card I wish I played 2 of, just because I have the Instant Fusion. This card just cleared out so many strikes and stuff all weekend. Castel, also really good. The Utopia package, really good. It hit over a lot of BAs. I played 4 BAs, so it helped a lot. Geargian X, I made this once. It didn't matter. I'm not playing Psycho Reader, so it wasn't like really sacky in the mirror match or anything. 1 Giant Hand, it got run over by a Thrasher the one time I made it. This is probably the one card I'd replace for a second Direwolf. Heartland Draco, I showed it to my opponent once and he scooped, and that was the only time I ever needed it. Tsukiyomi, this card's gross. It lets you make your play and draw 2. It's like, I made this probably once a game. Emerald, I'm playing Burial in the side deck, so I can Emerald back my Buster Dragons if they get cherried. And this card is just really good at refreshing resources. Dweller, I played a lot of BA. This card was really good. And then Rhapsody. This is like my favorite card in the extra deck. Anytime that they didn't have a card to Castel, this card just like hit 2 random cards from their graveyard. Let me put 2 ABCs in grave, and I just went off. And then side deck, I played 3 Cherries. And the 1 Spirit Dragon. In hindsight, I would play 1 Dante because I played 4 BAs, but this card was absolutely awful. Going second in the mirror match, they already have the Buster Dragon established, so you don't want cherries because you need to be able to break the Buster Dragon. And game 1, you are always going to have more monsters in them, so you never want it. So like I would take this card out so fast if I was to play again with this deck. And then I played 2 DD Crow. In theory, this card's better than Psycho Reader because it hits more matchups. I played against 1 Metal Foe, and I just never saw it. So, in theory, it's really good. It hits Fusion, it hits all the Blue Eye stuff you want to hit, it hits all the ABC stuff you want to hit. I played 2 System Down. I thought this card was going to be really good, but it turned out to be meh, just because people were taking out during standby phase, and they were and then they were using the field spell effect to equip a B to the A. And then I only banished like 3 cards, and it was like super okay. Then I played my 3rd Twin Twister. This was like the only card I sided in against Rogue. just because going second, I don't want to lose to like random light imprisoning mirrors or something. So it was alright. I played the One Burial. This card was really good for uncherry, like just making cherries not happen, which was really good. And also in the mirror match, if they have a Buster Dragon and they tag out during standby phase, you can just chain, take one of the unions out of their banish zone, and their Buster Dragon just fizzles. Also, it lets you make a free Buster Dragon if you have one of each banished. Then I sided the 3 anti-spell. I sided it in against Blue Eyes. It won me a game. It's kind of the only thing it was supposed to do. Then 1 Union Scramble. This card was really good. It won me a few games where I just flip it during battle phase, and then a few times I pitched it off Buster Dragon, and then next turn I grabbed a banished ABC. And then finally Zombie World. This card was, in theory, is the best card in my side deck because it just lets you auto-win your Magspector mirror match, because not only can they not system down you, but they also can't tribute any of their Magspectors for the traps. So in theory, this card was super good, but the only Magspector I played was a guy from our locals, and he just didn't see any monsters, so I won. And yeah, so my matchups, I played 4 BA, 2 mirrors, a Cosmo Metal Foe, and a Blue Eyes. And the only tie I had was against Andrew Pham, who we spent like 15 minutes showing him how ABCs worked. So going into it, I thought it was going to be Blue Eyes, and Blue Eyes actually turned out to be super free. Just the fact that they struggle to break the Buster is really helpful, and also the fact that like game 1 I just went first, made Buster, he couldn't break it, and then game 2 I had anti-spell. And like in theory, if they make a board, it's really hard to break it, but he just never made a board. The mirror was really good because I've tested a ton of the mirror and I was super confident in my matchups, and yeah, like everything was pretty easy. So I probably tested like 500. I probably played like 500 matches of this, Car Curry, rank 4, ABC, or Galaxy Soldier, all that stuff. The Galaxy Soldier build just committed way too much to the Infinity, and all of the builds we were testing, they were pretty much all playing Gamma Seal, and we just really didn't want to get we just didn't want to commit to an Infinity and then just have it get Gamma Sealed. And like one of my round 1 opponent was playing the Galaxy Soldier build, and his first turn board was like set 1 Infinity, and I just went drop Gamma Seal on your Infinity and he scooped. Like it just, I think that build's the worst of the 3. So going into it, the most thing I was scared about is a lot of people were talking about people main decking Valor in decks that weren't Blue Eyes, and I was terrified of what was going to happen if my Tsukiyomi got Valored, because that not only interrupts your first turn play, but if they make a board, it's super hard to break. So I was thinking about playing 2 Tsukiyomi, but I just figured that the chances of them interrupting my first Tsukiyomi were so low. And like, there's pretty much no time once I have my 3 in the grave that I need to worry about dumping my hand again. Like, it's a +1 if I can resolve it more than once, but once I have my Buster Dragon online, it doesn't really come up.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, no problem.
Any shoutouts?
Yeah, shoutouts to Team Air Mills, shoutouts to my locals, Teddy and me, and to my testing partners, Ryan and James. So all in all, really good. I'm really happy with my deck list. I know Ryan and James and the rest of Team Air Mills helped me with my list a lot. So yeah, all in all, pretty happy with it.
All right, guys, if you guys like this video, please click the like button. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're also Shiftmetagame, and thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.